Okay, it's later the same day that I, mounted the door. I put in a few minutes extra out there to add this kind of lock, I guess you could say, and that holds the door closed. And it also acts as a handle. It's just a strip of metal that I bent and welded on. I've also put the bricks inside the door, and that was a good fit. And then I've put the ones in here on the floor of the kiln, I guess you could say. And what I'm getting ready to do now is trench out these bricks that go on the side for the element. So first thing I need to do though is make a tool to do that. I made the tool and here it is. Not a whole lot to it. Just a couple of blocks of wood. One acts as a fence and the other one acts as a holder for the cutting tool, which is just a piece of sheet metal that I cut to the right size. And I think this is going to be fine for cutting the groove. I haven't tried it yet, so let's see how it works now. Okay, I wasn't hugely impressed with how it was working over there, so I think the problem is it needs to be held so you can hold the tool with both hands and guide it properly. Or maybe I'm just totally off here. I know that these slots that the element goes into don't have to be perfect, so I just got to be able to recess the wire, the element itself, and staples that I'll make from the wire will do the actual holding. So this is working okay. It could be faster, but I don't think this is something that I want to do on my table saw. Okay, the cutting of the channels here, I guess it's like any other operation that you'll do. As you do it, as you practice doing it, you'll get better at it. And I'm definitely improving here. I'm starting these ones here because the one I just cut goes across the back, right, like this, and then these channels have to start there. I don't want them to go all the way through and let heat get through that hole to the back. Why lose heat when you don't have to? So, a little bit of a complex layout for this, but nothing that we can't handle here in the I Build It workshop. I think I saw somewhere where a guy used a router for this. Man, that must have been dusty. I've got the back two done, and now I've got the trickier one to do. And this one has a curve. The coil, you can say it starts on the right side, it comes through the case or through the brick, goes down across the back and up the side, and then it coils down around this loop, this curve that I have to cut into this, and then it returns all the way back. So I've got my little compact compass here. Basically what I'm just going to do is draw the two radiuses, radii, or whatever the hell it's called, right on here, and then I'm just going to chip it out by hand using a 1/4-inch chisel. Okay, that's the last one that I need to groove. And this is the one where the leads go out through the side of the thing. So I'm just going to drill a hole through each one. for the wire to go through. It's like drilling marshmallow. All right, now I talked about a slot before, but I changed my mind again, and I'm going to be drilling holes through the side. I'm just marking here where these holes are in the brick, and then of course I'll mark how far back they are, which I don't have my measuring tape here, of course, so I'll use my pencil. Like, these holes are going to be oversized anyway, so they only have to be close. Okay, you know what? That looks good, but I think 1/2 inch is too small. If the wire moves over even, 3/16 of an inch and shorts against this case, that's not a good thing. So I'm going to ream that hole out, or those holes out, to 3/4. What I need to do now is I need to stretch out this coil to around about 65 inches long. Right now it is 15, so I figured the easiest, or probably the best way to do this, because I have no idea really, I've never done this before, is I've clamped the lead wire in the vise here, and I'm just going to pull back from the other end here until I hit 65. Maybe I'll leave the tape there for now and just concentrate on the stretching. What I need to have happen now is for that to let go and come and smack me right in the face. I don't know how far that is, but man, it looks right. It looks even. Pull, but don't fucking come out. Isn't this fun? I don't want to go too far. That's the thing I want to avoid. And I'm pretty sure that's it now. Okay, I'm gonna start with the round part, I guess you could say. Try to make that even there, and then put it in here. And I think what I need to do now, before I do anything else, is make some staples to hold this in. To make the staples, I'm just cutting pieces of the element wire. You have to use that. If you use just a regular steel wire, it will melt, probably. So, like that, and bend it over into a staple shape. And I'm going to drive it in. To drive it in, I'm using this number 10 screw. It's kind of cupped on the end where it's threaded, so that it, grips the round top on the staple here. And of course, it doesn't take much effort to get that shoved in there. I was close with my stretch, but I'm not quite going into the corner here. So I don't know, I think I can stretch it a little bit more by hand. I'm just going to push these wires back out. I temporarily shoved them. What you have to do on the end here where the leads are is you have to double them, and you're supposed to twist them together a little bit, but man, this is thick wire and it's not easy to twist. So I'm just going to pull on this a little bit. Give me a little bit more stretch. Now's the time that I need to get it into here, and I need to it'd be better if these bricks were joined together somehow. I wonder if I made, no, I can't do that. I was going to say maybe if I made staples to go through to kind of nail them together. Actually, no. No, I'm just going to try it. And at the very least, you guys will have a good laugh if it goes south on me. You got to get the body into this, the body. Yeah? Is that right? Look at that. We're doing it. We're getting it. It's happening. Okay, I just push these wires back out, like so. Push this in the rest of the way. And then push them out through the hole. See how easy that is, huh? See how pro I did that? Okay, you probably thought we were done, but you know what? I gotta test this out. I've got a temporary cord hooked up, and I'm gonna plug it in. My fingers are crossed, and I hear humming, and I feel heat, and I see smoke, so that's probably a good thing. It's definitely getting hot. Yeah, I have to confess that my coil wire here, when I bought this 3 years ago, it had a label wrapped around it telling the type of wire that it was, the thickness, and how many ohms per foot it was. But of course, I took that label off sometime, being the idiot that I am. And so when I went to use it this time, I was not 100% convinced that it actually was Canthal wire. So it looks like it's heating up in there pretty evenly.